Good morning. Actually, good afternoon. I'm so used to saying good morning. Today we are going over the September 2023. Just got the statistics for the MLS for South Central Kansas here in Wichita, Kansas, and the surrounding area. So, wanted to go through the favorite numbers again today, and then as you can see, I usually go through Central County for a few bits of information because Central County is where the core of the population is. So let's get into it. Here we go. And I'll get to the graphs as usual in a little bit, which are bigger and easier to read. But to start with, total home sales, and you can kind of see this chart up here as well. In South Central Kansas fell. That's a common theme we keep hearing every month, pretty much, to 826 units from 943 units. Yeah, it's a great time to buy right now. Yeah, you're going to say interest rates, no, they're high, so it's a bad time. I think did we get to 8% interest rates, a little bit higher. But to be honest, if you want to get a house without going into multiple offers or fewer multiple offers, right now is a really good time because come March, I don't care what's happening with interest rates. I mean, and if they're still high, people are still going to jump back into the market. So right now is a really good time. And of course, with my clients, I'm always saying, hey, look, refinance down the road. I'll stay in touch with you. I'll give you a hint as far as a good time to refinance down the road. But yeah, with everything that's been going on for the past year or two and what's coming up in the future, not a bad time to buy right now, as you can see, because they are falling and the buyers are sitting out due to the interest rates. So those that are serious and really ready to buy or wanting to buy and then refinance. So anyways, so total sales volume was down, par for the course. Median sales price was $228,000, up from $210,000 a year earlier. You'll hear a lot in the media because the media covers, and I know I sometimes sound like a broken record, but it covers really the biggest population areas, the biggest cities, and they've had a lot of price decreases. A good friend of mine in Texas, we always are comparing our markets, and their stuff's taken a long time to sell. Probably not in the 200K range, but the higher price points. We're here. The buyers are definitely sitting back. I'm seeing a lot of price reductions as well right now, but a lot of times that's because everyone's like, oh, I can price it super high because as we're seeing right now, it is appreciating. Yes, it is appreciating. But if your house isn't in the let's say you're in this neighborhood and here's the price point. Well, if your house isn't in that condition, it is not going to sell for that price. The buyers are smart. They're seeing all the houses that are available, and a lot of them will wait until one comes up with that. So but on a good note, we here in Wichita keep appreciating, unlike the bigger cities. So be careful when you're listening to the mainstream media. You're probably hearing, because it's different for different pockets of what's going on in the U.S. It's not like blanket. Some years and some months it is blanket, like, hey, everything's appreciating, everything's depreciating. But for Wichita specifically, we're appreciating. I saw like in Austin, Texas, YouTube the other day, and they said, hey, look, we're flat. We're not going down, down, down. So that shows you how Wichita is different. So make sure you're always talking to a local agent when you are looking to buy or sell. Homes that sold in September were on the market for 6 days. We were saying 4 and 3 before, so it's taking longer from everything I just mentioned, and at 100% of their list prices. So they are selling at list price if they are priced accurately. Total number of active listings, so this is what's active in the MLS at the end of September, was 1,500-ish units, up from 1,000-ish units, so up about 500 at the same point. And this represents, which is a good thing, because this represents 1.9 months supply of homes for sale. So funny enough, we do have more homes available. It doesn't seem like it, I'll admit. The median list price, so it's the median list price of those that are listed, was $284,000. So let's carry on, get down to some of the graphs. Here we go. We'll go over some of these numbers because it's easier to see. So yeah, last year, 943 sold in September, so last month. And this year, only 826. And you can see it's a downward trend because in 2021, it was 1,100. So we're going down, down. Active listings, this is great. Still here at seeing the same stuff. It's 1,000. It's going up to 1,500-ish. Again, I tend to round numbers just for ease of understanding and me remembering. 38% increase. That's huge, and let's hope it keeps going in this direction. And then month supplies, you can see, because this number keeps going up, especially this year. And we're seeing that every month, by the way, each of the past previous months. And then so you're going from 1 month of inventory up to we're about almost to 2 months of inventory. So that's great news. New listings. Oh, looks like we're down. That went new in the month of September. So these are overall. So some of them could be possible, like new construction, which some of them new construction or the higher luxury ones take longer. Where new listings, yeah, that actually is going down. That's not good. And pending contracts, that's going down, but that's because, like I said in the very beginning, sales are falling. And then let's go down here to the median price. So sale price, 185 2 years ago. Last year was 210. We're at 228. So as you can see, it keeps in Wichita, Kansas specifically keeps going up. Just because when I do hear about the big cities, Los Angeles, any metropolitan Kansas City, that type of, we keep hearing those prices in general. I'm not talking about any specific, are going down, except for the one I mentioned, Austin, just because I happened to see that recently. They were saying they were flat for that particular month, which might have been last month. And then the days on market, it makes sense that we're getting longer because we're heading into October, November. But still, usually I would still kind of expect this last month to be in the 4 versus 6. So it's just showing that the buyers are sitting out a little bit with the interest rates increasing. And we are definitely seeing that. Yes, the 200s are going well, 300s, unless they're not correctly priced. And I've been in a couple actually, and it's I almost want to say it's always the same, but I don't want to say the word always. So showed some houses recently, and one that I was very interested in. And I walk in and like the paint's, the dad came in and painted the garage floor and it's all slopped up against it. The sellers were literally there. They had just moved to a new build. And I'm like, and had listed it. And we're sitting there painting while I was in there, and the pictures and everything, I thought, okay, I was super excited. I couldn't wait to see this house. And wow, when you're there, oh no. And I just showed it again yesterday for some clients. And so it's sitting on the market. It's now gone through 2 price reductions. And this is it started at 255, then to something, I think it's at 247 right now. I had sold a house not far from there, so I, really had like that neighborhood. But yeah, if you are moving, and this is just kind of a general rule of thumb, it's a good idea to get your house in the best shape. If you need to wait a couple days and go back, and I know moving is stressful, but even in this market, that house should have sold pretty quickly. But it showed better than when you walked in there. The feel of it was this. It wasn't granite. It was something gross on the. I don't even know what to call it, because even my buyers were saying that the other day on the kitchen counters. And then it looks like they'd use kilts or something for the cabinets, like some really horrible. And so I did give feedback saying it's kind of a fixer-upper to an extent. But so then they tried to price it at $255, a ranch house, 20 something, 300-ish, 500 square feet. So it should have been an easy, quick sale. But yeah, if you don't put it in a condition or price it to the condition it's in, because it needs new countertops. The paint, whoever painted the kitchen cabinets literally looks like primer was maybe put on there, like one coat, not the right paint, because you can feel that. Like it's glossy when you feel it's painted correctly, and this is like you're feeling like it's sandpaper. So again, and they're trying to price it, and then I think they went 5K higher if it went from coming soon to actually on the market. They tried to go 5K higher. We did hear from the listing agent who's with our company. She happened to say, and I knew she was talking about that house, and the salesman like, yeah, they wanted to go higher, and she was like going, oh no, don't. So yes, things are still priced inaccurately. Like I said, that house should, and it could have easily sold for 250, but you put it in that condition. So now they're going to take a loss, especially since it's sitting on the market longer, it's going on the clearance rack, so to speak. And it's still, had they put it on the market in the best condition that they could have, or taken a week after they moved to their other place, taken a week to hire the people to get it up to speed. I don't think they just thought, hey, everything's selling. So my point is as much as I say, yeah, everything's selling in the 200, and it really is, you still got to price it, correctly to the condition that it's in. So anyways, that was just a recent thing I saw, and I had looked at it a couple weeks before, still in the market, and so I looked at it again with other buyers the other day. So that's what I'm meaning when I'm saying, where I showed these same buyers from yesterday, another house that was flipped over like on an acre in Greenwich, Kansas. Super cute A-frame. You could tell it had been flipped, and it's like, you got those flips that are done the right way or not, and it was one of those. So of course, multiple offers, 250. I mean, just done correctly, staged, super cute. And I mean, talk about a difference. Even like I said, I had those same buyers at both of those houses. So yeah, listen to the agents when they're saying, hey, you want to price it according to the condition yours is into it. You may have the same square footage, bedroom, bath, but if yours is like I just mentioned, and the other ones that have sold, or people can walk in and tell, like, oh, this is filthy. It's almost like filthy, the one I had shown, but again, it should have sold at 250, and it should have been off the market real quick. So anyways, that's why you have your agents to kind of help get you through how to price it, what condition your house. But yeah, you kind of get one step, so to make it your best foot forward the second you list it, at least in this kind of condition, or in industry. So, and everything's are selling at list price, except for what I was just telling you about. And I am seeing a lot of price reduction, but you said there's two listings I just told you about. One that should have gone, wasn't, and then of course it was an A-frame, just absolutely gorgeous, that had multiple offers first day on the market. So okay, so let's continue on. And this is just kind of the same information. So we're looking at year to date, 943 to 826. Again, 210 to 228 is an 8% increase. Whoops. Okay. History of closed listings. As you can see, it's kind of trending downward this year from, and I've been saying that every month on the market update that we're falling. And let's see. Okay, let's check this out. So here we go. And this kind of compares to previous years to see how we're going. So like just this, I'm just going to say it's interest rates. We do have low inventory, but the interest rates is what's stopping the buyers, unless you really have to move right now. You still got the 2s and 3s interest rates that are not wanting to move, of course. I had this post I did on, I can't remember which platform it was, about, it was National Association of Realtors. They came out with this at a $400,000. In January of 2021, your payment would have been $1,200. And then as of this week, at what was the rate they quoted? 6.7, or I mean, I know we're in the 8s at that point, but I don't think it quoted a rate, but like it said you'd be paying $2,200-ish. So $1,200 if you'd got the home at 2.65 January of 2021 to right now, which was, it came out this week, would be $2,200-ish. So that's $1,000 difference. I mean, that's, now you would have had to buy it specifically in January 2021, but man, that just shows you the difference of how much payments, are. You still have to have, down payments, of course, are going to be different for every price point, but still $1,200 to $2,200 of a payment difference. That was, and if you want to see that information, give me a holler. I can find it for you. I think I have the National Association of Realtors, that blurb that came out late. It was on Instagram, I think. So yeah, so let's check this out. So yeah, we're down. Last year was 9, and it's even down from 2021. 1108, 943 to 826. Last year, last month, we're down 1,000 to 942. But yeah, every month, I mean, not so. June is a little bit more somewhat even, or maybe not. So yeah, we've only had, so that kind of shows you closed listings. Here, let's go check out by price point. Let's see, we've had 5 sold in the million and up range. 1.6 million was the median. Days median days on market too. So those must have all been spectacular homes. Let's go to, okay, we're looking at 3 to 400 as the biggest segment of what sold in September, 3 to 400, with again being 2 to 400. And the 2s and 3s, like I said, 2s are really hard, 2 to 250 and 250 to 3. This segment right here is tough. Not as much right now, but wait till March. And if the interest rates do decrease, you're going to be going over a lot in price point. Just keep that in mind. Because of the multiple offers is what I'm referring to. Where now you might be paying more in interest rates in March on multiple offer houses, which are the ones everyone wants, like the perfect, beautiful, well-painted, good flooring, even just clean ones that people can do their own updates. Those, and if they're priced right, because it's not, a grandma clean house isn't going to be priced the same as a fully updated house in the same neighborhood. Let's go median price. Here we go. Blue, as expected this year. Prices keep going up, so we're high. Green is last year, and red is the year before. And you can see it over here. We're on the 100,000s. Almost hit August, almost hit 200. And then last year, we hit 200s, went straight to 220 in May. When it did hit, it stayed up for a while. And then looks like, November, December, when interest rates started increasing, it went back down. And then we did have a couple under 200. I want to see if that's going to happen this year at all. And then hit the 200s, basically. I'll call 199, 200 all this year. Hit the high in June of 235 and then 225, 225, and we're at 228 right now. Oh, went a little higher than August. But again, right now, if you are in the market to buy, it's going to be better now than it is in March, is my prediction, because March, unless you're in the 4 or 5, let's say 450 and above price point, you're going to have a little easier time. When I'm referring to averages like the 200s and 300s can be, especially the 200s, especially the 150s. And I think a statistic that I know, the WSU real estate forecast is coming next week, so I'll be going to that. So I'll be reporting on that. But I think I had seen, what was that figure? That we're about 26% of cash. I can't remember if that was a national or for Wichita, but probably national. So we're about a quarter of the offers are coming in at cash right now, according to statistics. And the entire MLS, median days on market, you can see we are going higher right now. Where last year we were at 4, now we're at 6. You can see a little change. Here's last year. During the year, the months were supposed to be at 3, we were at 6, 6, 4, 4. So taking longer. Even with the low inventory, even though, yes, I saw inventories higher, but the new listings were lower. I know I'm all over the board. So that when I see kind of a figure like that, like I mentioned earlier, more listings makes me think of a lot of these higher priced homes, which not everybody can afford. So there's more on the market, but they're higher priced, where the new listings as the last couple of months were down. So that's not the best of signs. But days on market are increasing, and so I'm curious to see what happens over the next couple months. And I've been watching everything that I see come out to my buyers. We have a collaboration thing, so I get CC'd on a lot of the new houses that come on that are going to my buyers with those specific criteria. And so I'm watching them carefully just to see, hey, look, how are the prices looking? Are we seeing reductions in prices? Are they going down at all? So kind of monitoring that day by day. This is what I was referring to. Like the active listings are showing a lot higher, but it was the other thing where it said the new listings that came on in September. Because here you can see we're going in the right direction. It just, price point does matter. If they're all like in the $1 million price point, more listings on the market don't really help out that much. So median list This is for active listings. So that those that are active on the market right now went from $275, the list price, to $285. And what's going to stay on active more so would be the new builds, which kind of brings that price up like over the median closed price. These are just listings. It was up 3%. Typical time on market for active listings, 25 days, up from 22 days, and percent of it typically going at list price. History of active listings, and this is why we have have the issue of low inventory right now is due to this curve, but it's going up. And these just active listings again. Ton more though. Like look at 600 to 1,500ish, doubled that almost. 600,000, 600,000, 700 almost to 1,000. At least we're going in the right direction. Look at the red from 2021. We're not going in the right direction at that point. And these are active listings right now. So hey, then the million. If you're in the million and up club, we've got 36 active listings, with 1.5 million being the median. Days on market, median would be 55 days on market. Not bad. And yeah, the highest point of active listings are in the 300 to 400, and that makes sense. That's a lot going to be like where the new builds are. I mean, it doesn't mean you can't be up here, the new builds as well, but these go so fast that I can see why it's in the 10%, where like here you can at least you have new builds in there starting in this section. I think Parade of Homes just happened, so the new builds, I mean, really under 250, you're not seeing that anymore. Where I know there is some, as you've seen some of my other YouTube stuff, there is some like Rose Hill, Andover that are starting at like 190. Of course, by the time you actually get other stuff all in it, it's kind of probably up to 250. But, and that's what I'm saying, new builds really are in the 250 and above range at anymore. So this 200 to 250 is not really counting new builds anymore, since we've kind of priced out of that point. Median price. Oh, this is for listings, active listings. Well, hey, and let's pop over for a second to Sedgwick County. I always like to go to, let's just get to that price point. So we are at, so you saw where the price point was 228 right here for our entire MLS. So this is just Sedgwick County, which is the bulk of our population. So the median price is 240. As you can see here, it's basically always been over 200. 190 in January. Last year, it started in March and hit 200s the rest of the year. And 2021 hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, half the year. So yeah, median price point, that makes sense. We are at 250 in June, and we're back up though. Yeah, it just keeps increasing. So, but like I said, I think, we'll have a little bit of a decrease here possibly. And not decrease, more appreciate at a very, very slow rate if it's going to keep appreciating. It's just March of next year is going to get back to, with everybody back on board looking, that are willing to pay the interest rates that are at now, or just have to divorce, baby, upsize, downsize. Median days on market, that's again, this is for Sedgwick. So let me go back to the entire MLS. These are active listings. Interesting. Sorry, I got my doggies. Interesting how 2023 average days on market. Oh, it was just going quickly. Okay, median days on market. So anyway, I think this kind of gets us to the overall Month supply, like I said, that's looking in a good direction. Here was just so tough because we didn't have any inventory during the peak of the summer. So I love seeing anything over one. It just means we have more inventory. It's just, it feels like we don't have a lot of inventory in the 200K range, which a lot of clients and a lot of people are, and because it keeps going over asking so much. Here's the new listings that I was mentioning that's down. You had 9,600 last year, now 8,900. So this is that were added during September. So again, that's why I just think of new construction as what's keeping it at the 1,500 level. Median list price for the new listings. Okay, that's median though. 210 is still up. 225. Okay, that makes sense. All right, well, that's we'll kind of end it there. If you want some more information or just have me give you more examples of what I'm seeing, like the example I was giving you from just the last couple or just this week of what I was seeing on the market and showing houses, give me a holler and we can kind of go from there. But as always, thank you for watching. Have a great day.